The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Hey guys, Leon Moki here, and I'm back with a new What If series. This is What If Izuku was the driver of Pyra and Mythra. To many of you who might not know, I'm talking about Pyra and Mythra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Alongside humans are a species called blades, who can only be awakened by human touch, and a blade needs a driver, somebody to enhance their true strength and collect memories of the world. Such Pyra and Mythra are considered to be are basically one person, but they share one body. They are considered to be the Aegis, the most powerful blade in all of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm going to see what would happen if they were in My Hero Academia, because it wouldn't be too far off if they were, for certain reasons. That being, which would be, in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, nearing the end of the game, there are three Aegises. One being Otis, Pyra and Mythra being Numa, and the other being Logos. Otis was sent to another parallel dimension. The dimension where the Bionis and Mechonis being in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. And Numa and Logos stayed in the world of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But what if Numa, Pyra, and Mythra were sent to the world of My Hero Academia? So, and our lovable protagonist Izuku basically found them. So, with that said, let's get into this. And Izuku is still born, quirkless, finding out at the age of 4 that he will never develop a quirk whatsoever. Because of this, Izuku's life has been nothing but a living hell. His old friends, who he thought was his closest friends, now bully him. He barely has any friends, and he doesn't have much self-confidence in himself. So, yeah, Izuku, until a couple years later, during his second year in junior high, after getting bullied by Bakugo and his lackeys, and having tons of bruises and explosion marks on him, Izuku decided not to go home, and actually go to the outskirts of the city, nearing the forest, where he just needed some time to himself, to think that maybe he should just give up on his dream of becoming a hero. If anything, he wished that he had a quirk, that he had the power to become a hero than anything. Soon after, a shine soon glows in the distance of the forest. As he sees this, thinking that he should just ignore it, but for some reason, it's telling him to come to it, wondering why. As he runs to it and sees this glowing light, it soon opens, and there he sees a crystal in the form that almost symbolizes that of a cross in a way. And decides to touch it. As soon after he touches it, it soon takes human form, as it takes the form of a young woman, as Izuku gets freaked out and is shouting like crazy, as he's wondering, what did I just do? What happened? What's going on? As soon after the woman that fully take form stops glowing, quite the curvy figure in a way, as this young woman has basically a short white dress with long blonde hair and golden eyes, as Izuku is still freaking out, and she says, "Huh, well, this is unexpected. Didn't expect to be awakened here." As she soon sees Izuku and thinks, "Hey, you, did you wake me up?" As but who are you? As she says, not really sure, but just to make it easier on you, I guess you can call me Mythra in a way. As Izuku says, "Mythra? Hey, who or what are you?" As she says, "Me? Oh, I'm a blade." As say, "Blade? Wait, is that your quirk or something?" As saying, "What are quirks? And where am I for example?" As Izuku says, "Well, you're in the outskirt forest of Mustafu City. It's an outer city of Tokyo." As saying, so what's Tokyo?" As it's a city in Japan? And she begins asking the same question, Japan. As Izuku saying, "Oh, wait, do you not know?" As she says, "I'm not from... Would you believe me that I'm not from this, well, world?" As Izuku saying, You're joking, right?" As saying, "Nope, I'm not joking one bit. I'm from a world called Allrest. In a way, it's like, what's this planet?" It says Earth? And she said, "Yeah, that. It's kind of like this world. It's kind of like Earth, but what if Earth was basically surrounded by clouds and stuff like that?" As Izuku's mind is basically going overload that the girl that's standing from him is not from his planet, but from an alternate world, and basically an alternate dimension. As Izuku is freaking out like crazy as she's getting tired of him freaking out, and just chops him on the head, saying, "Will you calm down and let me explain?" As he says, "Okay, please continue and I'll try to be calm." As saying, "Good." She soon continues saying that she is a special kind of blade, created by the god of Algris, being the architect. She doesn't know why she's here, but wonders maybe it's his plan to be sent to this world. Wondering why, of all people, why this whiny kid is her driver, of all people. Is saying, "Well, I guess that's the case. So, what's your name?" As Izuku says, "My name, it's Izuku Midoriya, and it's a pleasure to meet you." Mythra soon says, "Pleasure." At that, Izuku noticed that there was something behind her. As he wonders what it was, she soon says, "Oh, yeah, I guess this will be yours now." So, after that, tossing what was behind her to Izuku. Izuku catches it, but nervously, as he soon noticed this almost looks like a sword. As after holding it, saying an energy-like blade comes out of it, as saying, "What the heck?" Saying, "That's my sword, and from now on, it's yours. So you better take good care of it. Got it, Izuku?" And is saying, "But I don't know how to use a sword. Heck, I've never even used a weapon before." Is saying, "Well, you better start learning. You're my driver. That means it's my job. I mean, you gotta learn how to defend yourself while I protect you." As Izuku saying, "Wait, you'll protect me? But that doesn't seem right." As she says, "Why not? I'm your blade. My job is to support you and give you aid when you need me." As soon after, she soon sets up a link with Izuku, as he feels a flow of energy going through his body. as he begins glowing gold. As thinking, what's happening? What's going on? As she says, I'm supplying you with ether. As saying, it seems like you got a little bit of ether in you. As he begins thinking, ether? You mean like life energy and stuff like that? As he's saying, somewhat like that. So, and it seems like yours is pretty okay. Not big, but decent. And soon after, Izuku began feeling stronger, almost lighter, and a bit faster as well. Thinking, what's going on? Is this your power, Mythra? Is saying, well, somewhat. It's just I'm supplying you with ether, and I'm getting. All blades do this for their drivers. As Izuku saying, drivers. So what is that supposed to mean? As he began thinking, look, I can't explain everything for you, and you keep asking all these questions. I say, okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't. Soon after that, she sighs and goes, and you're also a pushover. Of all the people to be my drivers. Soon after, a voice in her head says, come on, Mythra, at least be nice to him. Try to, at least. As hearing this voice saying, alright, I'll at least try. But I think we're gonna have our work cut out for us. After ending the conversation, she soon walks to Izuku, and asking, hey, you got anywhere else to stay? And saying, well, there's my place, and cool, let's go. And saying, wait, what? You're coming with me? I mean, as she's saying, I'm your blade. That means I stay by your side and I go where you go. It's that simple. Remember it, Izuku. As Izuku begins freaking out again like crazy, because not only he's having a young woman come over to his house, but he's also wondering on what his mom is going to say when she finds out that this woman is supposed to be his blade or somewhat of his partner, as he's now thinking of it. As he has to think of something on the spot quickly while the both of them are going to Izuku's place. And while they're walking, Izuku is still thinking on what he has to say to his mother. And as Pyra looks around saying, there's quite a bit of shops here. If anything, it's quite surprising. He's saying, you've never seen shops here? As she says, I've only heard of them. I've never actually seen any of them in person. As Izuku thinks, well, if you like, maybe we can stop at a place. Is he saying, really? Alright, why not? Izuku's saying, where would you like to go first? But just remember, I barely have any money as it is. I am a junior high student after all. As she thinks, junior high? Oh, so you're a student or something? As Izuku says, yeah, I am. Is saying, oh, well, I guess it can't be helped. Well then, how about that place? She points at a cafe, and Izuku says, alright. So, they soon go in, and they ask where would they like to sit. As Izuku said, just at a table or a booth would be fine. And soon after, she stares at both Izuku and Mythra and says, oh, both of you might on a date or something? As Izuku begins being flustered like crazy, saying, no, it's not like that. I mean, I just wanted to show her around. And Mythra just saying, so table over there? As Izuku is still freaking out and calms down a bit, heading to the table where they're sitting. As Mythra basically orders some cake with jelly, and actually Izuku ordered both of them just some tea. He wasn't for sure if she liked tea or not. As Mythra tasted, saying, not bad, but I do love this cake. It tastes so good. As Izuku saying, glad you like it. As Mythra thinking that she wants more, but Izuku says he doesn't really have much money left. As she's basically down, saying, "You gotta be kidding me." Well, I know that this is gonna be my favorite place to come back to. As Izuku laughs a little bit, saying, "I'm glad you like it. I really do." Soon after, Izuku pays and leaves the cafe. While leaving, they hear tons of screaming as a villain attack is happening in the area. As Izuku is wondering, maybe there'd be some heroes nearby. As Mythra says, "Heroes? What are you?" Izuku begins running to where the action is, as Mythra saying, "Hey, Izuku, wait up! Don't run so fast, you idiot! Come on!" It's there. Mythra begins thinking, "I've never seen him so passionate. Just for a minute ago, he was like a nervous wreck, but now he seems passionate about people screaming." As she began thinking some pretty weird thoughts going on in her head. And soon after, she soon sees where Izuku is, saying, "Hey, I told you not to run so much." As Izuku sees two heroes fighting against a villain that almost looks like a bear or something. It looks like a bear. As she begins thinking, if that. So this is what you were talking about? Saying, yeah, these, and I don't know what's in your world, but in here, almost 80% of the human population have a certain ability that we call quirks. They're while the people with quirks basically help other people and save lives. They're called heroes. But then there are people who use their quirks for evil and for selfish means, called villains. As Mythra is saying, wow, that's surprising, and that's pretty noble in a way. But what about, wait, you only said 80%. So that means that there's 20% of people who don't have quirks, saying, yeah, as she thinks, that's pretty low, if anything. It must be. So what's your quirk, Izuku? As Izuku begins turning his head over and feeling down to himself and doesn't say anything, as Mythra began reading, oh, Izuku, I'm so sorry. It's okay. I've used to it. I've already accepted that I'm quirkless. I will never have a quirk whatsoever. As Mythra sees Izuku sad, doesn't know what to feel about that. As she begins, after that, the fight is reaching its end. As Izuku sees the heroes finally defeating the villain, as him having another smile on his face, thinking maybe this is a good time to get some sketches. As he begins writing down all the things that the heroes are, about their costumes, their looks, what their quirks can do. As she says, you're really full of surprises, Izuku. You know that? As Izuku says, I'm just used to it. Besides, being quirkless means I can't become a hero, so I won't have power. As Mythra hears this, but I want to still try and become a hero, even without a quirk. I won't give up on my dreams so easily. That's at least what I believe in. But I don't know if I have confidence in myself. Mythra hears this, thinks, I think things are going to change for you, Izuku. As Izuku says, wait, what do you mean? As she soon leaves and says, come on, show me where your house is. As Izuku says, wait, you have to follow me first. A couple minutes later, Izuku and Mythra finally arrived at Izuku's apartment, which he says, Mom, I'm home. As Inko soon says, welcome back, Izuku. You're a lot later than you used to be. Did something happen? As he says, a villain attack happened, and I actually took a little bit of a detour for some reason. As she says, Detour, what is it? As she began noticing Mythra and thinks, Izuku, you brought a friend over? As Izuku begins thinking, oh crap, forgot. As he realized he had time to think what he would say to his mom. As he says, this is Mythra. She's my quirk, actually. As Inko is surprised, saying, your quirk is a young woman? As Mythra saying, yeah. Yeah, I'm Izuku's new quirk. Let's meet you. As she's saying, as she leans down to Izuku, saying, Izuku, what are you doing? As he's saying, just play along. I actually went to the outskirts of the city, to the forest, and there I actually awoken my quirk. She's a sentient, mutation quirk. She became a living person. As Inko says, really? Is this true? As Izuku hoping that she would at least listen, thinking that, as saying, as Mythra says, I swear to protect Izuku with all my heart. I promise you, Mom. As Mythra says this, as Inko's heart again skipping a beat, as Izuku says, Mom, you okay? As she's now crying tears of joy, so glad that her son, her baby boy, can have a quirk. As Izuku's is trying to calm his mother down, as Mythra says, so I'm supposed to be this kid's quirk? You know what? Maybe it won't be so bad. After that, Izuku and his mom began having dinner, and actually asked Mythra if she wanted to join. Since even though Izuku said Mythra is his quirk, Inko allows this because she does see her as more as a person than just an ability. With Mythra actually feeling happy. There, Izuku again going to bed and thinking, where is Mythra gonna sleep? I mean, there's nowhere else she can, and doesn't. As she says, I'll sleep in the living room. You don't have to worry about me. As Izuku saying, oh, thank God. He doesn't know how to act. He barely knows how to act around women in general. Having an actual woman staying in his bedroom is kind of weird for a 13-year-old. And she was about to leave Izuku's room. She says, Izuku, do you really believe that you can become a hero without a quirk? As Izuku says, well, I want to try. I want to become just like my hero, All Might. And she noticed, as Izuku as like All Might, so the guy around all that's basically postered all over your room, is Izuku feels a little bit embarrassed, and yeah, I want to be a hero just like him, a person that smiles for everyone in the face of danger, to say that I'm here. That's the kind of person, that's the kind of hero I want to be. After that, Mythra saying, you know, you really are a kind and sweet person. Even though you're spazzy, nerdy, quite an enigma, but you really are a kind person. So, I will be your quirk. I'll support you not just as your blade, but also as your quirk. So you better use me to your best potential. Got it, Izuku? As Izuku saying, Mythra, thank you. Thank you so much, Mythra. As he hugs her, and soon is blushing like crazy, because again, he never hugged another woman besides his mother, and soon jumps away as she soon laughs. You really are something. And soon leaves and says, good night, Izuku. As Izuku says, night, and leaves. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry if it seemed a lot more longer or there was barely any action. I wanted to build the relationship between these two from the very beginning. Starting mostly because when it comes to a driver and Blade's bond, it has to be deep. Truly deep to get to know one another. So Izuku has to know Mythra and Mythra has to know Izuku. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. I'm making the next part as soon as possible, so don't have to worry. Alright, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later.